John Fury, what's going on, man? You trying to turn professional boxing into professional wrestling? I see you kicking tables, throwing over tables, doing gestures you shouldn't be doing. What's up, man? I know it's not much buzz around this KSI Tommy Fury fight, and I understand why. First of all, they don't even look like they're in the same weight class. KSI pushes him, and that probably took all his strength because you can see the size difference. They can't possibly be in the same weight class. Tommy Fury's got the longer arms, bigger shoulders, bigger arms. Should be a knockout. But what's up with the Furies, man? Like, John Fury, dude. Really, man? We should be talking about the Usyk-Dubois fight coming up. If y'all hadn't heard, Coach James Bashir, the homie, is working in Dynamite Daniel's corner. And I knew about this leading up to the Crawford versus Spence fight. I just couldn't say anything because the Dubois camp didn't want to let too much out of the bag too early because you know how smart Usyk is, very intelligent. And the fight starts at the press conference, you know, that's when the mind games start. And of course, Usyk is a master at mind games. So, this should be interesting now. I'm going to pick Dubois to shock the world in 5. Like Coach James says, he has to win between 1 and 6. And the lead trainer is Don Charles. I think this is his first camp with Dubois, and it was very classy of him to bring in James Bashir. That was very classy. He wasn't too, wasn't egotistical or anything. He knew Daniel would be in the lion's den. Both men, I believe, are men of the belief. I know Usyk is. I heard Daniel Dubois said he was reading the scriptures. So Daniel's in the lion's den, is, meaning the boxing ring. And both men need to be praying that night because it will be a tough fight I think it will be a tough fight maybe more on Usyk's part because James Bashir worked with him. He can tell Dubois all his secrets. He can tell him what hurts him. He can tell Dubois when to punch and how to punch. Now, I don't know if James has had enough time in camp to actually make Dubois do the things that he's teaching. I don't know about that. But if Daniel can absorb what James has to teach, I think he can stop Usyk. He has to do what Derek Chisora did, just at a higher level. I think there's talk that Usyk was playing around with Chisora to get the fight with AJ. I'm not buying that at all because who's going to take punishment to get a fight? You don't know if that's going to work anyway. You could have got knocked out and then you definitely wouldn't have got the fight. So I think Usyk is just talking, or if he said that, or whoever's saying it. But I think Dubois will stop Usyk. And I originally picked Usyk, but James is the X factor. Coach James, right-hand man to Emmanuel Stewart. He's worked with Lennox Lewis, the Klitschko's. And only way that Usyk can win is to make his opponents fight his fight, and that's to start falling for the feints, moving around. But I think Daniel had surgery on his knee coming off the Lorena fight, and that might benefit him. I hear his legs 100%, but maybe it's not. And if it's not, that might work in his favor because he won't fall into the trap of moving around a lot, unnecessarily burning energy. Make Usyk fight your fight and don't waste punches. When you do punch, make them count like Crawford. Make them count like Canelo. Make them count. But who do you think is going to win? I'm going with Daniel Dubois. And not just because Coach James is a homie. I think he can really rough him up. Of course, Usyk has put on some weight, probably to absorb some shots. I don't think it'll slow Usyk down moving around. He's a legitimate heavyweight. He's fought at heavyweight before. Fought Joe Joyce in the amateurs at heavyweight. So I think that might have been super heavyweight actually in the amateurs. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it now that Coach James has been injected into the fight. So let me know what y'all think. N.W.J, the world's most dangerous boxing platform. Shout out to Lennox Roos. Literally just started high school. Already got a letter from a college baseball scout, and many more to come, I'm sure. Really happy for you. Go subscribe to his YouTube channel as well, Lennox Roos. Thanks for watching. LSR forever.